Ford news and article reviews. This is FOMO Talks. Hey everyone, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and your family. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode number 1 of FOMO Talks right here on the FOMO Cobra YouTube channel. And today I do have a very special Christmas themed episode I think you will very much enjoy. So let's go ahead and get started and see what we can talk about today. So what we're going to talk about today is some of our favorite Christmas movies and a couple cars that might make their appearance in these movies. We're going to start off with probably one of everyone's favorite, at least it's in everyone's top 5 all-time favorite Christmas movies, and that is, of course, the wonderful Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. At the beginning of this movie, there is such a memorable scene that involves the Griswolds' Ford Taurus wagon. So let's look at that scene real quick as a reminder and a refresher. Plus, it's pretty awesome.
Hey kids, look at here!
I mean, that is classic. I think we've all have been there a time or two for sure. It's great. It is awesome. This beginning scene is awesome because, hey, the Griswolds have great taste in what cars they like, and they have a pretty sweet Taurus wagon. So moving on from that, there's actually a cool article I found that had to do with Mr. Chevy Chase, and that's right here. And it reads, Chevy Chase recreates Christmas vacation scene in a new Ford Mustang Mach-E ad. Of course, this is an ad. 100% PR. You know, it's just, this is Ford trying to get the news out about the Mustang Mach-E. You know, they've invested a lot of money. They want to get their return. Obviously, they're going to do everything they can to highlight and spotlight their product. Nevertheless, it's such a cool thing because there is some relevance with Chevy Chase in the movie with the Ford wagon. So let's go ahead and let's kind of look through some of this article here, and we'll see what we can find. So let's take a look. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading this article here from CNBC, and let's see what it says. So we're going to start off here with comedian and work our way down. Comedian Chevy Chase. It was reprising his role as Clark Griswold from the film National Lampoons Christmas Vacation in a new holiday ad for the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E crossover. The 60-second spot features Chase along with the original cast members Beverly D'Angelo as wife Ellen, recreating the memorable scene in the 1989 movie in which Clark attempts to get the exterior Christmas lights on the family house turned on, but instead of the family gazing at the flamboyant decorations, they are attracted to a Mustang Mach-E in the driveway. Chase thanked Ford Motor for the role as well as an undisclosed amount of money, of course, that he was paid for the ad. It's great to be back for another Christmas with my on-screen family and its rotating assortment of kids. And I have Ford and a Mustang Mach-E to thank for paying me to do it. He said in a statement, quote, I suppose you're expecting some sort of riff on electric cars, but I can say with 85% certainty that this thing probably won't cause any blackouts in your neighborhood when you plug it in. Much like how the scene took place in the movie. So here is actually the ad right here. So I'm actually going to play this and let's see what it's all about.
Come look at the lights!
Dinner's gonna get cold.
We get it. They're Christmas lights.
You want to hurry this up, Clark? I'm freezing my baguettes off.
Be nice, Dad.
Drum roll, please. Joy to the world. Another dud. Hey.
I'll check the turkey.
Oh, I hope no one sees me in my yoga pants.
You mean you're sitting on the couch pants? Incredible, Dad.
Wow. Nice whip, Clark.
Shotgun. No, I was first.
I'm your dad, so.
I used to have a Mustang back when cars made sounds.
The all-new, all-electric Mustang Mach-E. Joy to the world.
I love that new car smell.
I think those are pine needles, Dad.
Okay, I gotta give him credit. That was actually pretty good. That was pretty good. I was actually not expecting that, but okay. I see you, Ford. I see you. So, of course, we'll continue reading here, and it says, Ford published the ad on YouTube ahead of its scheduled broadcast debut Tuesday morning, an encore broadcast of Saturday Night's Live's Christmas special at 9 p.m. on NBC. The Mustang Mach-E, which is arriving at U.S. dealerships, is an important product for Ford. It marks the first new EV under plans to invest more than $11.5 billion in electric vehicles through 2022, and it's Ford's first shot at Tesla, the industry leader in electric vehicles. It is a big thing for Ford. I'm sure this was a pretty expensive thing to do too for the ad. I just think it was brilliant. It looks like they had the original house or something. I don't know. It looked very good. It was very well done. I could see why they wanted to do that. That was actually pretty smart on their end. Will it result in sales? I don't know. I personally think the Mustang Mach-E. Look, I think the vehicle itself is awesome. I'm not like with everyone else. It's the naming, the branding of it that I don't think was a perfectly wise thing. I think they should have just kept it Mach-E with the Mustang styling. I was reading some very interesting articles about the first concepts of the Mustang Mach-E. And it was rather boring vehicle. And they definitely pretty much did a whole redesign to get to the point where they are now, but they had to take a lot of the design language from the Mustang. But if you think about it, the modern S550 Mustang, which it takes its design language from, when that Mustang first came out, everyone was picking on it because it looked like a Ford Fusion. So technically, if you really want to be technical, the Mach-E looks like a Ford Fusion as well as a Mustang. So they really didn't need to use the Mustang name, but it is what it is. I think it's a nice vehicle. I wouldn't mind having one as a daily, but they need to progress on the platform. It needs to be a little bit quicker. It needs to have better power and far better range for me to want to invest my money into a product. The only thing it does have going is, yes, it is a Ford. Yes, it is a Mustang, albeit not one that makes noise or does any crazy burnouts, but it does have the pony logo, and it carries the name and the heritage of the Mustang. I would love to see them get a much better product under the way. I'm sure they will. As it progresses, as they get better sales, they'll, come out with refreshes and they'll come out with updates to it. It's just how it goes, how the industry works, and we all know it. So, but I think this was pretty cool. I think the whole ad here was pretty brilliant on Ford's end, and hopefully they, make some extra sales off this, capturing people's nostalgia from the awesome, awesome Christmas Vacation movie. So that was a pretty cool treat, I do have to admit. So we're going to move on to part 2 of the episode here. We're going to talk about another Ford Taurus in another Christmas movie. Now, what could that be? Now, all the car fans out there, if you have a keen eye and a good sense of humor and a love for Christmas movies, you probably, I'm sure, saw Tim Allen's The Santa Claus. Now, if you did, great. One thing you may have missed in the beginning of the movie is Tim Allen's character, Scott Calvin, driving a wonderful, a beautiful, first-gen Ford Taurus SHO. So this is the Denny's scene from the movie. Let's take a listen here and watch what happens when Scott Calvin goes and puts the SHO in park.
All right.
Did you catch that? As he puts the manual vehicle in park, and you hear the changes in the sound as if he was going through the gear shifts. But we all know, and it actually shows in the beginning of the movie, that it is a stick shift. We all know it's not an automatic car. It was actually a editing error when doing the movie. So it's just kind of funny. But if we go over here, we can see that there's multiple scenes throughout the beginning of the movie showcasing the vehicle here. So as you can see here, we have a lot of different scenes as he's driving around this pretty awesome Taurus. And it's got these really neat aftermarket wheels. So, you know, it's also something notable that I noticed right away on the vehicle. Obviously, the first gens either came with like the honeycomb wheels, you know, or, you know, I think later, like 90, 91s, maybe you could get them with slicers. I'm not entirely sure, but I have seen them. I mean, but this one has aftermarket wheels. It's kind of funny. But yeah, there was another Ford Taurus first gen vehicle in a Christmas movie. And here it is. So it's pretty cool, isn't it? Probably didn't know that. I'm sure a lot of you did. Either way, I still love watching the beginning of that movie because there is that car there. So they are the only two Ford cars that I know make their appearance in a Christmas movie. Now, if you know of any other Ford vehicles that make their appearance in a Christmas movie, go ahead, leave a comment down below and let me know what movie that is and what scene. I'll go ahead and look it up, and maybe I'll do a follow-up to this with those vehicles. So I hope you enjoyed this Christmas-themed episode of FOMO Talks. This is official episode number 1, where I go over Ford news and article reviews and anything Ford here on the FOMO Cobro YouTube channel. Alright, so that is it for this episode. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and if you want to see more content like this, then please go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and keep a lookout for the next FOMO Talks video.